Hello drivers, so today I have a 2012 Mazda6 here and I'm going to show you how to replace a water pump. Water pump is, we're looking at the water pump right here. What I did, I sprayed some WD-40 on it just to get those screws at least easily to loosen up. But before I remove the whatever you call it, the pulley, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta jack up the car. You gotta take off the wheel, and we have what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna release, I'm gonna adjust the tensioner to remove the belt. You know, so you gotta remove the belt first, or just remove the belt from the water pump pulley. That's you can, you know, do the job the right way. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this down like this, all the way down, and that's the tensioner we're looking at right here. Okay, that's the tensioner right there. Before you remove the water pump pulley, you don't remove the belt as yet. Why? You need to remove the screws first. If you remove the belt and remove the screw, the water pulley gonna keep spinning. So it's best to just leave the belt on, then remove the screws. After that, then you remove the belt. Okay, so sometimes it's kind of hard to the screws kind of hard to spin. When I'm trying to remove the screw, keep spinning. So what I usually do, I use a small, like a baby crowbar, push between the, you can see, get one of these, push between the wheel like that, and lock it in. Then get your 10mm, should be a 10mm screw, and then try to remove it like that. Okay, just to try to, you want to hold the pulleys all together. Okay, so after that, I go back to the tensioner and try to remove the belt slowly down, and then I take out the screw. Now I could spin it and easily take off the screws now. Okay, so we get 3 screws out. Now we're taking out the pulley wheel. The water pump is right here. So what I usually do, I usually look at the new water pump that I buy. Like this one, come with a gasket. You know, so it look like. So what I usually do, this is where the pulley goes. Okay, and this is, it comes with 3 screws. You want to make sure it matched up. All right, you're gonna need an 8mm socket. You're gonna need a 8mm socket, but right now using a deep 8mm is best, and a small ratchet. So this is the 3 screws from the water pump. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just put it in a new one. That's I don't lose it. So this is the water pump right here. So what happens is that it's kind of hard to come out by hand, so I'm just gonna use the baby crowbar right here. Use the baby crowbar to just kind of try to brace it up, look about a little like that. So the water pump is kind of difficult to like brace it out to get it off. So I gotta remove the power steering pump just to get enough space to get something between the water pump. I'll remove the covering from the engine. Just gotta remove this. I'm gonna take out these 2 screws. I'm moving the power steering line right now, just to at least get to the water pump to remove it. You got a bottom screw underneath the power steering. Usually when I move the reservoir, you want to make sure turn it that you don't, raise the whatever inside the reservoir. Also, you could put a plastic right in here to, just in case you have a lot coming out. But you got a bottom screw right here, so we're just gonna remove the bottom screw right underneath here. Okay, driver, so I removed the power steering pump, so I got more clearance to the water pump now. Okay, driver, so basically usually the water pump hard to come out, so you got to take like a chisel and try to hit between, like I'm gonna give you an example. Maybe you get lucky, but it's not easy. So what I have to do, I gotta use a hammer. Even the old one kind of messed up, so I gotta use a hammer and keep hitting it just like this. I mean, sometimes I guess you could prise it in between and it comes out easily, but not this one. So I'll take time, rack it out. I gotta take time, rack it out with my hand, but that's how you get it out though. So this is what the pump look like. So basically, usually the reason why I change it, because the bearings usually go bad in it, bearings go bad, sometimes it spins, sometimes it don't. So it's like this, it's not gonna spin freely like the new one. So the bearings go bad. Once the bearings go bad, the pump not gonna spin fast enough to bring back the to bring through the antifreeze from the radiator back to the heater core, bring it back around, you know what I mean? So sometimes it will spin and sometimes it slow down and stop because of the bearings is bad. Okay, that's why sometimes you have a hard time getting heat. Okay, so that's going to change to the new one now. So let's keep our eyes on the older one. You see the gasket around it, make sure the new one are the same way. Make sure the gasket go the same place, okay? Remember, make sure the gasket go between. And sometimes also when the gasket go bad in this, sometimes also it leaking. So usually you just change it. So just put in the gasket around this right now. So we're gonna put the new water pump now. And make sure the screws line up properly. Right now we're just gonna rack it, kind of force it in. So right now we get the new water pump on, so just gonna put in the 3 screws and then put on the pulley. Okay driver, so once you put the water pump in, all you gotta do is just do everything reversible, just like how you take it off, adjustable, adjust the tension at the back, and have someone to put the belt on the power steering pulley for you. Okay, and now you should be able to at least turn on the vehicle and just check, make sure everything is good. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure pour antifreeze coolant inside the radiator and make sure full back everything up the right way, okay? And that should be it. So just before I end the video, the reason why I really replaced the water pump, because I wasn't getting no heat, okay? And one of the reasons why, if your top hose to the radiator not getting warm, you have a water pump problem, okay? So this hose on the top here going to the radiator, what happens is that the water pump is supposed to suck back the antifreeze from the radiator back to the heater core, come back, you know, pull everything back to the radiator to cool down, and you know, reversible. So as I said, if your top hose not working, usually most likely your water pump is going, okay, because the coolant is not circulated. So hopefully this video helped. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, share the video, and you can also support the channel. Okay, thank you.